Okay, specific aims. Machine learning, the prediction of individual patient outcomes after lumbar decompression and fusion. 90 days, readmission, complications, and 1 year revision procedures. Specific aims. Lumbar conditions are the single largest cause of disability according to the Global Burden of Disease 2010 study. Isn't this a report? I think it would be better to say report here. Why is this piece of trash? So let's call it report. Large studies such as the Spine Patient Outcomes Research Trial, SPORT, have demonstrated that surgical treatment can lead. So, Meenakshi, render and read your documents. Render and read your documents. This has to be in the the SD blending thing. So, render and read. Okay? Can lead to significant benefits compared to conservative therapies in relation to both function and costs. Although surgical treatment can lead. Again. So, this is happening over and over again. Just happened in the previous thing. Another one. Don't keep repeating. No repeating. Same thing. Okay? So, you had lead here. You have lead here. Are associated with significant benefits. There are still discussions on the real rates of complication and readmissions after lumbar decompression and fusion. Of importance at this point, surgeons do not have the ability to accurately predict an individual patient's. So this is absolutely wrong, right? It's not N here. Individual patients. So if you're so there are two options. Probably the best one is an individual patients, no S here, and then S here. Risk of readmission or post-operative complications prior to surgical procedures. Face of this gap in the literature, our goal is to conduct a secondary analysis of the Maryland Yeah, this is bad. This is bad. What I would say is to generate a machine learning prediction model of individual patient predictions of complications, readmissions, and 1 year revision procedures for patients undergoing lumbar decompression and fusion procedures. Period. Get rid of this. Then, next, to build this model, this machine learning model, we will make use of the Maryland HSCRC CRISP claims database linked to the Census Bureau dataset. Okay, period. Maryland HSCRC CRISP database was released for research related analysis in March of 2017. Again, you're missing a parenthesis here, comma. Thus presenting an unprecedented opportunity to answer this question. Our sample will include any patients undergoing lumbar decompression and fusion registered under the HSCRC CRISP database conducted anywhere in the state of Maryland from 2013 to 2016. Identified through the International Classification of Disease version 9, patient procedure codes, ICD-10 procedure codes, and unique current procedural terminology. By the way, if we're going to be using both, later on, we need to say how we're going, I don't know if this is there or not, we need to say how they are going to be, we need criteria for both. So we need codes for ICD-9 and ICD-10. So just make sure we have codes for both. Down the not here, but down. Oh, it's in table 1. Okay, so the question is, do you have codes for both? So we need them for 9, 10, and CPT codes. Okay? We need a space here. Outcomes will include complications in any readmissions, visits to the emergency room, emergency department, and office-based visits during the 90-day period after discharge. I would change this. I would say 90-day complications in any readmissions, visits to the emergency room, and office-based visits. No. No, let's do different. Let's do visits during the, let's do this, period here. All outcomes will be tracked during the 90-day period after discharge, as well all previously mentioned outcomes will be measured throughout the 90-day period after discharge, comma, while any revision surgery will be measured up to 1 year after the primary procedure. Okay? Predictors will include social demographic factors, comorbidities, previous surgical procedures to the lumbar spine, the primary diagnosis, and social determinants of health. Yeah, this is bad. This is bad. So here's what I would say. After this period, we will develop two main machine learning models: a preoperative model, a preoperative, and a postoperative. A preoperative and a postoperative model, comma, so that surgeons can make predictions at the time of the surgical indication, as well as at the time the patient is discharged right after the surgical procedure. Okay? Then, here, predictors for the preoperative model will include and then you get rid of this. Then, period. Predictors for the postoperative model will include all previous variables in addition to all previously described variables in addition to intra-hospital variables such as length of stay, then get rid of this, such as length of stay, complications during the in-hospital stay, and time in the intensive care unit. Okay? Machine learning models, algorithms will include models such as models will be validated through did we describe okay and for RC50 bagged models among others. Models will be validated using different methods to split the complete sample accuracy, predictive performance, being measured using parameters such as the area under the curve law. We develop a web application. Let's put this in a new something's wrong here. I mean, actually, something doesn't. No, this is correct. Accurate models are achieved. We'll develop a web application. Okay, so this is right. Through tablet computers and mobile phones where patient-specific variables are entered to predict outcomes over time. The application will also plot the main risk factors contributing to the risk for that specific, for that individual patient. Specifically, our aims include AIM1. So, again, our standard from now on is that we're going to give like a brief word or expression that represents each one aim. So AIM1, I would say machine learning model. AIM2, I would say web application. AIM3, shared decision making. Okay, shared decision making. So for each one, does it just say AIM1 space hyphen and then the thing and then colon? So develop machine learning model to predict 90-day readmission. Yeah, this is wrong. This is wrong. I'm saying the same thing over and over and over again. It's amazing. I don't come up with anything new. It's always the same factors. So, essentially, you need unit tests. Because this thing here is different from what was on the top. Okay? So, you need to do consistency checks. You need to use, one of two things is not happening. Either you're not using the placeholders, or you're not running the tests. Either one, this is bad. Okay? So you need to fix this. Using the Maryland and Census Bureau data sets. We hypothesize the predicted performance for the machine learning models will be significant than the one obtained through traditional statistical models. AIM2. Create a web application based on our machine learning models to predict in real time the risk of complications and readmissions. Again, this is wrong. This is wrong. It's more than just this. It's not just complications, it's reoperations. Again, whatever was done there needs to be here. After lumbar disc compression and fusion procedures. The application will also evaluate the main risk factors affecting the rate of these conditions for individual patients. Why this? Evaluated at the point of care. See Figure 1. I don't know if we want to use figure in the specific aims. It will be used later, but probably not here. Conduct a mixed methods, qualitative and quantitative survey, evaluating how the web application with machine learning models might facilitate shared decision-making sessions. Although mixed methods usually do not pose a hypothesis to avoid blind analysis, we expect that the qualitative themes emerging from these interactions will focus on patients' perceptions of empowerment and satisfaction with the process. At the end of this project, we have generated a machine learning model and corresponding web application capable of predicting individual patient outcomes. Make this like bold, please. So 2 asterisks before individual, we have to emphasize. After minimum, no random. Amazing. I don't say anything new. It's always the same. No random capital letters in the middle of a sentence. This application will open the possibility of integration of these models into electronic health records, lowercase, comma, ultimately assisting surgeons with decision and their patients. Decision making at the point of care regarding their patients. Okay, then here ICD-9, CPT. Yeah, we're missing ICD-10, right? So if we're, oh, no, ICD-10 here, ICD-9. Okay, so this is good. Excellent.